No creativity, no passion, no one cares. You're getting outmanaged, outplayed by a coach that has no Premier League experience and has managed a team for 4 games. Let me break it down for you. All right, let's get this. Let's talk about it. All right. There is 15 minutes left in this Manchester United-Liverpool game, and I walked away. I couldn't see no more. And the one thing I do want to say is I enjoyed watching that game because the way Slot has Liverpool playing football in just a couple months is beautiful, and it's one of the hardest jobs to take because you're taking a job from Klopp, one of the greatest managers in the last 10, 15 years of our sport, one of the best ones out there. You take his team, you got to adapt your ideas quickly. You got to take this team that Klopp put together and make it work. And man, has he made it work because they're battling and competing with City in the early stages of the Premier League. Now, remember what I said, they're the early stages. But now let's talk about Manchester United because that's the team I've always watched growing up. I'm not a fan, but I do enjoy watching them. And I do want to watch them win the Premier League, okay? But the facts is this. Let's break it down. Everything that Manchester United fans were told and promised is a lie. And I'm going to explain why to you in just a minute. And I don't care that this man has won 2 trophies for Manchester United over the last 2 years. I want to break something down. He had a summer, a winter. A summer, a winter, and a summer. By this point, this should be the starting 11 that you want. We can blame the board. We can say that. That's fine, whatever. But they've given him players that he's wanted. Maybe not all of them, but at this point, enough of them. At this point, enough of them for you to have them cooking and playing at least some style of football that has to do with Ten Hag. There needs to be some identity of Ten Hag in this team. And the only identity I see is that every single player on this team, even if you're a multi-time Champions League winner, they lose the ball consistently. Mano, who's one of the best young talents in the midfield, loses the ball consistently. Because of Mano? Because of Casemiro? No, because there's no passing lanes, because there's no creativity, because no one in the front knows what to do with the midfielders, and the midfielders don't know what to do with the center backs, because there is no actual game plans, and I don't know what they're doing in training week in, week out. I don't understand what Ten Hag is teaching these players because most players on this team are not learning nothing. They're going backwards. Let's start from the beginning. I want to quickly go on Manchester United's so far season, okay? We're 3 games into the Premier League, right? 3 games, I believe it is. And in 3 games, they got a very, in my opinion, lucky win against Fulham. One of those, they, got it right at the end. The new striker comes in, gets in 87th minute. Otherwise, that could have been a result. And I'm not saying they didn't deserve to win it because they dominated that game. But at the end of the day, they came in last couple minutes, score a goal. Otherwise, this would have been a tie, okay? And I want to break it down for you. In that game, Harry Maguire had a nice little 4.1 rating or something. It was something like that. The rating was not bad on Harry Maguire. You then play Brighton, and in this game, you use Harry Maguire again. You sub him out, by the way, but Harry Maguire plays, and you lose to Brighton, okay? And we've seen that Brighton's an all right team this year. You guys, Brighton's always an all right team. They're a hard team to play against. So there's that. And then you go and play Liverpool. And against Liverpool, you decide that this is the moment, this is the time to bench Harry Maguire. This is the game where you want to throw De Ligt, who is not familiar with the Premier League, who is not familiar with Liverpool, who's not familiar with playing in these type of matches. You decide, you know what, we're going to throw him in. Now listen, De Ligt has played for Bayern. He has the experience. But at the end of the day, you throw De Ligt into this game after that defense has kind of played together up until this point. Maybe not the best result against Brighton, but they're the players that have been playing together. And you decide that this is the time to throw De Ligt in. By the way, De Ligt's passing out the back, he looked like he didn't know what he was doing. Just like Casemiro, and Casemiro had a horrendous game and he got pulled at halftime. Facts. I'm not defending nobody. But I saw De Ligt making terrible passes out the back. I saw Mano losing the ball in the midfield. I saw everything that Casemiro was doing in other players. Casemiro a little bit worse, obviously. And at some point, you got to point your finger at the manager as well, because there's young players losing the ball in the midfield, but there's also veterans like Casemiro losing the ball in the midfield. Your new signing De Ligt is losing the ball in the midfield. What's happening here? And this is the big thing, and this is the thing that I want to get across to people. Manchester United bought Onana for his ball-playing ability. We haven't seen it. It's 2 years now. There still hasn't been us seeing him playing the ball out the back the way United fans were promised. And to me, it's just like, it's just so many promises and promises and promises and promises, and it never comes. And nothing changes. This, like I said, there comes a point where you're like, hey, give Ten Hag a chance, because he's going to get his players. He's going to get the players he wants. He's going to bring in the players he needs to. This is now pretty much his fifth window, right? Because he went through a summer, a winter, a summer, a winter, and now this is his fifth summer. This is his fifth summer, and you can't say that the board hasn't given him money. They've given him money. They've given him players. Maybe not the best players, the players he exactly wanted, but surely some of these players are the ones he wants. And you're not really seeing a change. You're not really seeing a better United from this year to last year, right? You're already 3 games in, and you've gotten 1 win. You've dropped points in 2 games. It's a tough schedule. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but you're Manchester United. You're Manchester United. You are Manchester United. Tough schedules, cool. You're Manchester United. You need to win. That's just what you are. And then you look at Liverpool and what Slot has done, okay? He comes in. He barely brings in a ton of players that he wants. He adapts a squad, which was already a great squad. Don't worry, let's not get it twisted. He takes over a great squad, and he starts to put his ability, his touch onto this squad. Instantly, you're seeing good pressing. Instantly, you're seeing good plays up top. Instantly, you're seeing a fantastic football team playing ball. They go to Old Trafford. They go to Old Trafford with Klopp, and they bang on Manchester United. Now they go to Old Trafford with Slot, and they bang on Manchester United. You are getting out-coached by managers that don't even understand Premier League football yet, that has never coached in the Premier League. You are getting cooked by newbies. You are getting out-coached by every single manager in the Premier League, and even managers who have just joined the Premier League. And they're going to be like, oh, well, Liverpool have better players than us. What? Maybe they do. Maybe they have a better roster than you, but they now have a better manager than you as well. Guys, this game, when I left, was 3-0. It could have been worse. Right? Maybe it's 5-0 now. I didn't watch the rest of it. 15 minutes left. What I'm going to tell you is this. When I was watching this game, Sabi could have easily scored another, right? There were so many chances for Liverpool. This game legitimately could have been 5-6-0, 7-1 maybe. When I was watching, there could have been so many goals. Liverpool look like they've been with this manager for years. And Ten Hag looks like he's the new manager. He looks like he just took over this team. And we've been doing this I've been making these videos for years now, and people keep saying I'm a Ten Hag hater, and to give him time, and over time he's gonna he's gonna adapt his style of play, and that the board is holding him back. This is what I want to say. You are the manager of Manchester United, okay? We just saw a horrendous performance from Casemiro, the type of performance that you would think he probably shouldn't be playing for Manchester United no more. Correct? Ten Hag watches this guy in training. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He watches him every day. Shouldn't he know that he's not up to the level to play for this club no more? If that's what it is. And you'll say, well, who's he going to put in? Someone that's not going to lose the ball 2 times. Okay? Someone that's not going to lose the ball 2 times and cost you 3 points. If that's what fans are saying the problem is, that's Casemiro. If Casemiro is the problem, shouldn't Ten Hag not have him out there? And you say, well, but that's why we got Ugarte. Okay, you got, but why is he still? Surely there's a different tactic that you could put out there, or a formation, or a player that can just do it for now. Because why would you start a player that's losing the ball? And what's crazy is Manchester United fans have been saying pretty much all preseason, then he gave one good game for United, that Casemiro probably shouldn't be playing no more. How can United fans see it, but Ten Hag can't see it? And is it Casemiro, or is it the fact that Ten Hag's tactics and training isn't working because Casemiro steps out, someone else comes in. Guess what happens? The same players are losing the ball. Look at the third goal. It's not Casemiro. I don't know if it was Mano. It might have been Mano. Someone loses the ball in the middle of the park where you just can't lose the ball, same way Casemiro did. A counterattack happens, and boom, goal. By the way, after that goal, off of kickoff, it could have been another one in seconds. Liverpool missed. It could have been another one in seconds. And for me, it just doesn't make sense how people can continuously defend Ten Hag. And I understand 2 trophies in 2 years is dope. I get it. But ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United is a football club that needs to be in the Champions League every year. Manchester United is a football club that needs to be competing for the Premier League every year. I need people to stop. I understand that the board is not as good. They have one of the most passionate fan base in all of England. Okay? They got one of the most historic stadiums in all of England. They have some of the best pool in all of England. What do I mean by that? There isn't many players that don't want to play for Manchester United in world football. Okay? You go to Argentina, you go to Brazil, you go to many places. You go to Portugal. There's going to be endless amount of players that want to play for that football club over most football clubs in England. That's just the way it is. They have pool, okay? And this is the product. This is what's being put out. This is what's being given to United fans. And at some point, enough is enough. At some point, you need to really be like, yo, this is a problem. Chelsea has problems, but Chelsea is consistently changing their manager. United's not. So at some point, from year 1 to year 3, there needs to be a product being on the field. There needs to be a product, and there's no product. Brother, Slot has given Liverpool fans a product in 3 games. 3 games, there's a product on that field. 3 games, you can see his ideas. You can see what he wants to. In 3 games, you can see what he wants to do on that football field. In 3 years of Ten Hag, United looks like the exact same United before him.